What was Disney's highest grossing film from 2006 to 2007? Hey homies, welcome back, or welcome if you're new here. My name's Haley. You're on the Always Wonderland blog at alwayswonderland.com, and today we're doing 2006 to 2007. We've just been trekking along in the 2000s, and I'm so glad I broke this up, because could you imagine how long we'd be here if I didn't? I'm telling you, it's a rough one. Glad I learned my lesson. I learned it the hard way, but I learned it. So let's jump in today, starting with our 2006 movies. If I can make sure that I'm in the right spot, of course. Me, halfway prepared. First film, it's called Glory Road, the inspiring true story of the underdog Texas Western Miners basketball team. Passionately dedicated coach Don's decision to play his all African-American team helped break down the barriers of segregation and affected every segment of society and set a new course for the future as the team did the one thing they could to prove themselves to a watching world. They played their hearts out. I love a feel-good. I've never seen it. It's not for me, but I do love a feel-good movie. So, hope it was a good one. Annapolis. It's a Touchstone movie. It's the next one. After winning admission to the Navy Academy at Annapolis, Jake wonders if a regular kid from a poor blue-collar family can fit into an academy's pressure cooker atmosphere. That's what it gives me. That sounds rough. Pressure cooker atmosphere. Sorry about my braid. I needed my hair off of me today. But I didn't want to put it up because I was already working on a headache. So, here we are. I know it's a rather large braid. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. Next, I don't really have anything to say about that. That sounds terrible. Next, Roving Mars. The documentary presents a look at the awe-inspiring and amazing Mars landscape as seen through the eyes of Spirit and Opportunity, the two Mars rovers. They make me sad. I hate that it's saying itself happy birthday every year. Anyone else just feel bad for a robot? Just me. Moving on. 8 Below. No thank you. 3 members of a scientific expedition in Antarctica. Jerry, his best friend Cooper, and a rugged American geologist, I was about to call it geologist, are forced to leave behind their team of beloved sled dogs due to a sudden accident in perilous weather conditions. What? During the harsh Antarctic winter, the dogs must struggle for survival alone in the intense frozen wilderness for over 6 months until the adventurers can mount a rescue mission. I'm angry. No, I could have one dog and I wouldn't leave it. I would die out there. I'm not leaving the dog. Now that I'm upset by that, moving on. I didn't know this was going to be a rough one. Here I am, just like, I don't want to think about it. The Shaggy Dog. Let's think about that. Tim Allen's in this one. Thank you, Tim Allen, for coming to my rescue. You guys. Young misfit teenager Wilby Daniels accidentally discovers a magic ring in a museum, and by repeating the Latin inscription, if anything is written in Latin, do not read it out loud. Don't read it, maybe. Don't do that. He becomes a large and clumsy sheepdog. This amuses his younger brother Moochie, but shocks his parents and endears him to lovely neighbor girl, I think it says Francesca, who thinks he is her dog, Chiffon. Chiffon. I'm sorry, Chiffon. Yeah, no. No, I'm just kidding. The Shaggy Dog, it's a remake. It's a remake of an original that we talked about in the 60s? Was it the 60s? I feel like it was, but I'm not sure. It's a remake. Tim Allen. Can't go wrong. Next movie. This one looks really intense. You die in the game, you die for... I feel like I've seen either a remake of this or like a offshot of this lately. It's Hollywood Studios film, and it's Stay Alive. After a mysterious, brutal death of an old friend, a group of teenagers find themselves in the possession of Stay Alive, an ultra-realistic 3D video game based on a spine-chilling story of a 17th century noblewoman known as the Blood Countess. This is giving me Elizabeth Bathory vibes. This is giving me Jumanji. It's serving Elizabeth Bathory's version of Jumanji. And if you know who that is, yikes. If you don't know who that is, when you find out, yikes. And I know I may be saying her last name wrong. It may be Bathory? She wasn't great. To my adults, if you know, you know, and if you don't know, you have a Google box, probably in your hand like me, and brace yourselves. She was not a very kind person. But it sounds like an intense movie. And there's also, like Ouija, like that movie. No, thank you. I don't want to play a game. Saw, no thanks. Next movie, The Wild, is animated comedy from Core. It says CORE separately. Feature animation and complete pandemonium. A group of animals leave their comfy life at a New York City zoo to head on a rescue mission to Africa. Led by the lion Samson, Bridget, a nearsighted intellectual giraffe, her boyfriend Benny, a cheeky streetwise squirrel, and Larry, a boa constrictor, manage to make it through the urban jungle. But when they reach Africa, it is a whole new world. None of them have ever been in the wild, and they have to quickly learn lessons about the survival of the fittest. This came out in 2006. Gloria, Melvin, Alex, and Marty? What movie came out first? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? What's the name of that? What's the name of that? They're zoo animals that end up in the wild. What movie is that? Oh no, King Julian. What? You guys know what I'm talking about? That's very same but diff. The Wild. What film is that? Hold please. Okay, I learned a few things. Madagascar was the name of the movie that I couldn't remember. Madagascar was released in 2005. This is 2006. Scandal. Moving on. Next movie is called Stick It, and it is a Touchstone movie from the writer of Bring It On. Oh no. All right. Independent 17-year-old Haley Graham. Of course her name's Haley. It's not spelled like mine, so I take no offense. Defies authority and the laws of gravity with her dirt biking pals. All right, maybe she's cool. When a joyride, I like jewels. When a joyride results in a trip to juvenile court, the judge sentences Haley to do time at an elite Vickerman Gymnastics Academy run with military regimentation by hard-nosed coach Bert Vickerman. You know, honestly, like, girl, I'd go. Could you get six-pack abs while you're there? Also, limberness is key. You need to stretch more. And I was just telling my sister today that my hip flexors are always tight. If anyone's got any good recommendations for your hip flexors, let me know. Because I'm just trying to be limber as I get older. I've never seen this movie. It looks like it has Kristen Stewart in it. I don't know. Yeah, that's all I got. Help me with my hip flexors. Thank you. Next Touchstone movie. It's called Goal. The Dream Begins. A poor Mexican-American immigrant from Los Angeles, Santiago Munez, seems destined to follow in his father's path in life, laboring in menial jobs to earn just enough money to support his family. But he has an amazing gift on the soccer field. Discovered by a British scout, he is given a chance with one of England's premier soccer clubs, Newcastle United. Santiago, alone in the world where soccer is a religion and players are gods, must prove that he has the talent and determination to make it among the best in the world. Sounds like it'd be a great movie, but I feel like most people don't want to follow in their parents' footsteps wholeheartedly. I also feel like not everyone's born with the drive to do better than their parents, but I feel like most people try to. You know? It's hard in this world. So if you're struggling with that internally, you're not alone and you're doing great. And I'm proud of you. And it doesn't matter what bracket you're put in as far as money or personality or your clothes or your house or what you decide to do with your life. You're doing great and I'm proud of you. Just thought you should know. Sometimes I have to tell myself that. You're not perfect. You're doing great with what you were, given. And you can only take that and run with it and try to do your best. So, you're doing great. Next movie. Oh, I have a love-hate relationship with this movie, you guys. It's Cars. Okay, Cars. And you may be asking, Haley, why could you ever hate Cars? It has Mater. They go tractor tipping. I could quote the movie with my eyes closed and not on my own volition. My best friend, we've been best friends since I was like 16 years old. My best friend has 2 children. And while I love his children, I do, they're adorable. They used to hang out with Haley back in the day, all right? Two little babes and me, chilling, all right? They spent the night at my house, my apartment, all the time, okay? This is the only movie that they would lay down and relax at bedtime and go to sleep to. I have seen this movie 487 times within the years that they were little. And while I love this movie, it's a great movie. I did not expect to be a Cars connoisseur. But if you haven't seen Cars, Lightning McQueen, he's a hotshot racer, and he just thinks like he's all big and bad. And then his 2 biggest fans are Mia and Tia, and they're Miatas. And they say, ka-chow, because that's his tagline. I just like Mia and Tia. They're Miatas. Mia and Tia, Mia. So, anyway, yeah, and then he ruins a road because he has no headlights. And he has to fix a road, and then there's a court, and then he falls in love with Sally, and then he loves his Radiator Springs, and I can't wait to ride Radiator Spring Racers. That sum it up? Oh, Mater's his best friend, and they go tractor tipping. I think I got it. I'm sure you've seen Cars, but if you haven't, it's great, and you should watch it. Next, Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest. I have not seen all of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, but I did watch, I think, the first 3. Specifically, I originally watched it because Johnny Depp. He's a hottie patati. We love Johnny Depp, okay? I don't care what anybody says. I said what I said. Have you seen Crybaby? It's a wonderfully terrible movie. Have you seen What's Eating Gilbert Grape? That's a wonderfully wonderful movie. I don't even want to talk about Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. But moving on. The first sequel to Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl, which we talked about previously, a decidedly eccentric Captain Jack Sparrow is caught up in another tangled web of supernatural intrigue when he is reminded of a blood debt he owes to the ruler of the ocean depths, the legendary Captain Davy Jones. Unless the ever-crafty Jack figures a cunning way out of this pact, he will be cursed to an afterlife of eternal servitude and damnation in the service of Jones aboard the ghostly Flying Dutchman. And no, it is not the Flying Dutchman from SpongeBob. So, it's a great movie. If you haven't seen any of the Pirates movies, please go watch it. It makes me want to ride the ride. And I cannot wait to ride the one in Disneyland because it's the OG and it's longer from what I gather. And I'm ready. I'm ready. Next movie. This movie I feel like was ever had everybody just dancing at each other. I'll never understand. I didn't see it. It's a Touchstone movie. It's called Step Up. Hip-hop dancing rebel Tyler has grown up all his life on the streets, and he knows he is unlikely to ever make it out of there. But after a brush with the law lands Tyler with a community service gig at the city's Maryland School of the Arts, everything changes. He meets Nora, the school's prima ballerina, an alluring diva who is desperately searching for someone to replace her injured partner before the school's all-important senior showcase. Get in there, serve your time, and dance with a pretty girl. Pop lock. You're welcome. I serenaded you guys with my dance moves. Yeah. I need a sip of water after that. Now I'm exhausted. Hold, please. All right. Sorry about that. Next movie. After I can stop moving. Okay, next movie. Invincible. When Dick Vermeil, the coach of Vince's beloved hometown football team, the Philadelphia Eagles, hosted an unprecedented open tryout in 1976. The public consensus was that it was a waste of time. No one good enough to play professional football was going to be found this way. Certainly no one like Vince. It says a down on his luck 30-year-old substitute teacher and part-time bartender. It's Mark Wahlberg. A wholesome, down-to-earth, fun football movie. So, if you haven't seen it, go see it. I haven't seen it. I like Mark Wahlberg and the other guys. I think him and, oh no. Oh my gosh. Will Ferrell. Brain, I think they work well together. I know the Daddy's Home movies or whatever. I've seen bits and pieces from the gym while I was on the treadmill. Gotta get your cardio in somehow. But yeah, I think him and Will Ferrell work well together. Next movie, Touchstone film. It's called The Guardian. Legendary Coast Guard rescue swimmer Ben Randall becomes the sole survivor of a deadly crash at the height of a massive storm. Ooh. In the wake of the accident, he is sent against his will to teach at it just says A in quotes, school, the elite training program that turns young recruits into the best and bravest of rescue swimmers. Reeling with grief and regret, Ben throws himself into teaching the only way he knows how, turning the entire program upside down with unconventional training methods. You know, some of the best teachers do that, but also some of the worst teachers. Next movie is Touchstone. It's The Prestige. Two young Victorian-era magicians in London, where magicians are idols and celebrities of the highest order, set out to carve their own paths to fame. The flashy, sophisticated Robert is a consummate entertainer, while the rough-edged pursuist Alfred is a creative genius who lacks the ability to showcase his magical ideas. They start out as admiring friends and partners, but when their biggest trick goes terribly awry, it sparks a powerful rivalry that builds into an escalating battle of tricks and an unquenchable thirst to uncover the other's trade secrets. Boys, just get along. Just get along. I love a good magician movie, though. I don't see any faces I immediately recognize in this, and I don't have time to go through and read them. Hugh Jackman, Christian Bale. I lied, they're right here. Oh, Scarlett Johansson's in this. Okay. Never seen it. But I'm sure it's great. I'm sure it's great. I know. I haven't seen it. We're shocked. But, you know. I just don't watch a lot of movies. That's what I'm learning about myself. I don't know them all. Next, the Santa Claus 3, The Escape Clause. We know how I feel about the Santa Claus movies. They're fine. They're just not my cup of tea. Scott Calvin juggles a full house of family and the mischievous Jack Frost, who is trying to take over Santa's holiday. At the risk of giving away the secret location of the North Pole, Scott invites his in-laws to share in the holiday festivities and upcoming birthday of Baby Claus with expectant wife Carol. Along for the adventure are Scott's extended family, son Charlie, ex-wife Laura, her husband Neil, and their daughter Lucy, who together with head elf Curtis foil Jack Frost's crafty scheme to control the North Pole. I've seen bits and pieces. I've watched the first one completely. I think I've watched the second one completely. It's fine. They're just not my favorite, you guys. And I get really sad when it's around Christmas and they just keep replaying the same movie. I really need to talk to Freeform. Disney, hello? Can we talk about the movies that we have playing on Freeform during any holiday season? Can we talk about it? Because I don't think A Year Without a Santa Claus came on this year, but I have it on my DVR because I still have a DVR. But once I move or get a new service, it's gone. I'm starting to get salty. Also, it's like the same 5 Halloween movies. And yes, while I love Hocus Pocus, and if it's on, I'm going to watch it. Like, can we throw some Don't Look Under the Bed on there or something? You know what I mean? Disney, I need to talk to you. Next movie. Touchstone is Deja Vu. Called in to recover evidence after a bomb sets off a cataclysmic explosion on a New Orleans ferry, ATF agent Doug Carlin is about to discover that what most people believe is only in their heads is actually something far more powerful, and will lead him on a mind-bending race to save hundreds of innocent people. As Carlin's investigation deepens, it not only probes through the very fabric of space and time using top-secret surveillance techniques that can look back in time, but it becomes an innovative love story that unfolds in reverse when Carlin discovers his puzzling emotional connection to a woman whose past holds the key to stopping a catastrophe that could destroy their future. What a paragraph. Also, I kept reading because there are no commas. There are no periods. That was an exhausting paragraph to read. Goodness gracious. Next movie, Touchstone rated R, Apocalypto. I think that's how it's said. The story is set in the times of the turbulent decline of the once great Mayan civilization. Jaguar Paw is a young father eking out a meager existence in the rainforest as a traditional hunter. His idyllic existence is brutally disrupted by a violent invading force which captures him only after he manages to hide his pregnant wife and small son in a deep pit. The whole thing makes me uncomfortable. Jaguar Paw is bound to a pole and taken on a perilous march through the forest of the great Mayan city, a city ruled by fear and oppression, where he is chosen to be sacrificed to the gods atop a mighty pyramid. I need more than that. I'm sure he fights back, gets out of this, goes back to his wife and his son. I'm hoping everybody's okay. Yeah. I'm uncomfortable. I'm stressed. Jaguar Paw. I hope that worked out well for you. Ugh, okay. I just turned, to the next page, and I'm uncomfortable. I hate this, I hate this, I hate this, I hate this, I hate this. However, if you picked a whole group of movies, this would be the one I'd pick to watch. I just like to torture myself. It's a Hollywood Studios movie. It's rated R. The picture just gives me the heebaba-jeebabas. In Africa, a legendary and... Oh, it's primeval. Sorry. Primeval. In Africa, a legendary and bloodthirsty 25-foot crocodile known as Gustav. That is the only thing that softened this blow. Gustav. It's like a cat's name. You named a 25-foot crocodile Gustav. Has claimed over 300 victims. He's 25 feet long. Yikes. A new producer, cameraman, and reporter are dispatched to track him down and bring him back alive. How? How are we doing that? However, they find their work much more difficult and deadly than they expected, especially after a feared warlord targets them for death. So an alligator and a warlord? No. No. This photo right here gives me every bit of information of absolutely, I'm a nope right out of there. However, I love a movie that's going to make me uncomfortable. Was it 47 meters down? No. The Meg. Lake Placid, which I did bring up previously. Oh, I just love Betty White. She plays good Cuckoo for Cocoa Nuts lady. Yeah, yeah. The whole time I'm like, Betty! Yikes, Betty. I'm trying to think of any other... I can't off the top of my head. The worst ones are water related for me. I don't love that. Yeah, I don't love, especially big, and I don't love that. But yeah, it's probably the movie I would pick to watch. Why? I like to torture myself. That's it. All right. Bridge to Terabithia, I think is how you pronounce this. This is the next movie. Thank goodness. We're going to pull it out of the depths for a second. Ugh. Oh, I got cold chills saying that. Gross. Jess Aarons is a young outsider on a quest to become the fastest kid in his school. But when the new girl in town, Leslie Burke, leaves Jess and everyone else in her dust, Jess's frustration with her ultimately leads to them becoming friends. At first, it seems Jess and Leslie couldn't be more different. She's rich, he's poor, she's from the city, he's from the country, but then Leslie begins to open up about the world of imagination to Jess. They find they have something amazing to share, the kingdom of Terabithia. A realm of giants, ogres, and other enchanted beings that can only be accessed by boldly swinging across a stream in the woods on a strand of rope. I don't know why I've never seen this. I don't even remember if I'd heard of this. This is another one of those, like, I need to watch movies because I haven't seen it. But if you've seen it, please let me know. I've seen this next movie. I also have the DVD. Not that that's relevant anymore, but I have the DVD. It's a Touchstone film. It's called Wild Hogs. I have the DVD because my grandmother, in case you were wondering, I didn't buy this on my own volition. Here we are. 4 friends wear suits and work in offices during the week, but transform into leather-bound Harley riders on the weekend. They sure do. Hoping to unleash some of that free spirit which dwells within and get out into the great outdoors on rides. Then one day they decide to rev up their ho-hum suburban lives, one last hurrah on a cross-country motorcycle trip, taking a long-dreamed-of breather from their jobs and responsibilities. They cannot wait to feel the freedom of the open highway. But when the guys don their leathers and hit the road, they find themselves in an unwitting rivalry with a real-life biker gang known as the Del Fuegos, for whom biking is not a hobby, but a way of life. It's a great movie. Honestly, it's hilarious. Tim Allen, John Travolta, Martin Lawrence, and William and Macy. It's a great movie. If you haven't seen it, you should watch it. It seems like an unlikely bunch, but it was a good movie. Next movie. I slept on this movie so hard. I feel like a lot of people did. It should be bigger than it is. I feel like kids don't really know these characters. I cracked up at the commercials where I got a big head and little arms from the T-Rex. But it's Meet the Robinsons. Oh, I also ugly cried. So, it was a happy moment. I cried happy tears, but I ugly cried. Lewis is a brilliant 12-year-old with a surprising number of clever inventions to his credit. His latest and most ambitious project is a memory scanner, which he hopes to retrieve early memories of his mother and maybe even reveal why she put him up for adoption. But before he can get his answer, his invention is stolen by a dastardly bowler hat guy and Doris, his diabolical hat and constant companion. Bowler hat guy. Ugh. Lewis has all but given up hope in his future when a mysterious boy named Wilbur Robinson whisks him away in a time machine, and the two travel forward in time to spend a day with Wilbur's eccentric family. That's where I'm going to leave it. There's more. I could tell you the whole story, but I'm not gonna. Go find out what happens with Bowler Hat Guy and why I happy cried tears. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's a great movie. I don't know if it's on Disney Plus. I feel like it is. If you have Disney Plus, let me know if it's on there. I don't personally have Disney Plus. So I can't look it up. But if it's on there, let me know. Can of Worms was on there at one point. Did I watch that? Immediately I watched it. So it's when my sister had Disney Plus. And we were scrolling through old movies from when we were kids. And I was like, oh my God, Can of Worms, play. And then I made pancakes. And it was a beautiful day. Next film. It's a Hollywood Pictures. It's called The Invisible. By mistake, a high school senior is attacked and left for dead in a forest, but his ghost appears and starts shadowing the people who attacked him, led by a feisty and angry girl who is an outcast in the school. He also visits his family and best friend, trying to clue them in as to where to find his body and save him. though of course he is invisible to them and they cannot hear him. I'm sorry, this went south very quickly. Killed by mistake? Oh no, I don't know if I could watch this one. Ooh, you've seen it. Let me know if it's good. But I don't think. Oh, from the jump? Boof. Okay. Concept, different, new, but, Next. Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End. This one is Lord Cutler Beckett and the East India Company has gained control of the terrifying ghost ship, the Flying Dutchman, and its malevolent, vengeful Captain Davy Jones. The Dutchman now roams the seven seas unstoppable, destroying pirate ships without mercy under the command of Admiral Norrington. Will Turner, Elizabeth Swann, and Captain Barbossa embark on a desperate quest to gather the 9 lords of the Brethren Court, their only hope to defeat Beckett, the Flying Dutchman, and his armada. Good movie. You can't go wrong with any of the Pirates movies, even though I haven't seen them all. They're all good. They're set up accordingly. It's a good storyline. Thriving on chaos. Next movie. I love this ride. It's very cute. I've seen the movie once all the way through in the bits and pieces. So I have seen this one. It's Ratatouille. A rat named Remy dreams of becoming a great chef despite his family's wishes, an obvious problem of being a rat in a decidedly rodent-phobic profession. Yeah. When fate places Remy in the city of Paris, he finds himself ideally suited beneath a restaurant made famous by culinary hero Gustave. We love Gustave. Despite the apparent dangers of being an unwanted visitor in a kitchen at one of Paris's most exclusive restaurants, Remy forms an unlikely partnership with Linguini, the garbage boy, who inadvertently discovers Remy's amazing talents. And they go on to make some delicious dishes. I think it's a great movie. And the ride's super cute. And the trackless vehicle thing, it blows my mind. That's so cool to me. So if you haven't seen that, you watch it. And if you haven't been on the ride, go to Epcot. Win-win. Watch the movie on your way to Epcot. Unless you're me and you have to drive. Don't do that. But if you can passenger it, watch it. This movie says it's not rated. That's really what it gave me. I don't know if this is necessarily, it's on the Disney list of films because I got it from the D23 website, but it just says not rated. I'm assuming that just means it's a Disney film that's not rated, which is weird, but it's called The Secret of the Magic Gourd, and honestly, that looks so cute. Doesn't it look so cute? A young boy named Wang finds a gourd with magical powers, but discovers that the gourd's power to fulfill his wishes come as a great price. Everything the gourd helps him obtain is taken away from its rightful owner. Oh no. So you're like, I want that Chevy Nova, and then your neighbor loses his Chevy Nova. And then he's sad about it. And he's like, why do you have my Nova? Then you have to explain why you have it. You'd be like, this gourd gave it to me. It would be an awkward situation. No, I'm sure it's cute. And I'm sure the moral of it is work for what you got. Don't take your neighbor's Nova. That's all. That's all. Next film, Underdog. And this, that. So cute. Picture. After an accident in a mysterious lab of maniacal scientist Dr. Simon Bar Sinister. Listen, an ordinary beagle, Shoeshine, fix his name, unexpectedly finds himself with unimaginable powers and an ability to speak. Armed with a fetching superhero costume, Underdog vows to protect the citizens of Capital City, and in particular one beautiful spaniel named Polly. Here's the thing. I don't want dogs in labs. I don't want it. And it makes me sad, and I want to move on, but I'm glad he's a superhero, and he can talk, and he can tell that guy to Kick rocks. That's all. Moving on. The game plan. I've seen this. It's adorable. The Rock doing his thing. It's a cute movie. A famous Boston football quarterback, Joe Kingman, is shocked one day to find an 8-year-old girl, Peyton, at the door of his elegant bachelor pad, claiming she's his daughter and left there by her mother, who is in Africa for a month. Why you just be dropping your kid off and leaving her there after 8 years and she don't know this man? Problem. Don't do that. Now, just as his career is soaring, Joe must learn to juggle his old lifestyle of parties, practices, and dates with supermodels while tackling the new challenge of ballet, bedtime stories, and baby dolls, all without fumbling. It's a great movie. It's a feel-good movie, comedy. It's a fam-com. It's a family comedy. Isn't there love involved in this? Doesn't he find like a girlfriend? That's cool. I don't remember exactly, but you know what? It's a good movie, and you should go watch it. Next, it's a Steve Carell movie. It's called Dan in Real Life. Dan Burns has a popular newspaper advice column called Dan in Real Life, but he has less success as a widower raising 3 daughters. When the family travels to his parents' house for a family reunion, Dan becomes infatuated with the woman Marie in a local bookstore, only to later discover that she is the new girlfriend of his brother. Yikes. Tensions arise as both Dan and Marie are staying in the same house, but trying to keep the fact that they have met and been attracted to each other a secret. Oh. But it's your brother. And that would be very awkward in the long run, and maybe don't. Something tells me no, like don't do that. Next film, it's not rated, and it's not in English. Le Premier Cri? It's French. It's The First Cry, is what it's titled. The documentary released by Buena Vista International, France. A story of the very first cry in life, exploring the universal moment of birth through the experiences of 10 women from different cultures around the world. That sounds amazing. It does. It sounds, probably raw and gritty, but it sounds amazing. Because I'm telling you, the human body in general, wild. But then, women's bodies and being able to birth a human. Need I say more? A full person comes out. You know what I mean? Not at the time, but you know what I mean? It's a whole human. That's crazy. It's crazy to me. Next film is Enchanted. Fairy tale spoof beginning in the colorful musical animated world. The beautiful Giselle wishes to meet her handsome prince of her dreams and share true love's kiss. And it comes true when Prince Edward hears her lilting soprano raised in song and rushes to her side. The very next day, on her way to marry Edward, Giselle is tricked by an evil queen and banished from her fairy tale kingdom to modern-day New York City. This is one of these movies that I really thought about watching, but I didn't. Also, the actress in this, can I pull her up quickly? No, I can't. Sorry, but the actress in this, I have been likened to her. As far as who I look like, I'm not really sure about that. I also get, depending on how I wear my hair and what's happening that day, I will get Avril Lavigne. I get those two. So they're both gorgeous women, and I'll take it. But I'm not sure. I don't know her name. But, yeah. I think we're on our last movie. Let me double check myself. But I think we're on our last one. Okay, we made it. Last movie. Oh, I thought I was right, and here we are. National Treasure, Book of Secrets. I think this is the second one. Yep. You guys hear that? She's getting ready to jump this box again. It's going to be loud. Oh. Willow, I'm at the last movie. Anyway, okay, let's try to do this. When a missing page from the diary of assassin John Wilkes Booth surfaces, treasure hunter Ben Gates discovers that his great-great-grandfather, Thomas Gates, is implicated as a key conspirator in Abraham Lincoln's death. Determined to prove his ancestors' innocence, Ben uses portions of a cipher on the page fragment to follow an international chain of clues searching for the true story. I saw the first one. I didn't see the second one. I do love mystery movies with clues that you can put together. I just didn't really get into it. So I know for a fact, based on other people around me, that it's a great movie and you should watch it. Let me double check who is our highest grossing film from 2006 to 2007, and I'll be right back. All right, Disney's highest grossing film from 2006 to 2007 was Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest. I had to look and read it off because I didn't want to say the full name incorrectly. I'm going to add it to our list of battle movies, and we'll wrap it up when we get to the end. Like, subscribe, comment, follow for more. Willow wanted to say hi. We're doing. We're almost done here. I know. It's crazy. What are you doing? You're so funny. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one. And we're doing 2000 and 2008, 2009. Because 2010 will be in the next round. So keep me on track, you guys. I'll see you in the next one.